Well, Donald Trump has revealed he's got a pretty good idea of who he'd choose as his running mate, and there's speculation it could be Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. You might remember that he rose to fame as the author of Hillbilly Elegy. Sky News contributor Kosha Gada joins me now. Kosha, good to see you. Look, insiders say that J.D. Vance could be the key to flipping working-class Democrat voters in battleground states. Do you think J.D. would be a good choice? Or, I mean, there are other political strategists who say Trump should be choosing a woman.
I think JD is a little bit of a double-edged sword because his appeal would be to that Rust Belt, those battleground states and the disaffected Democrat voters as well as Republican voters. Remember, these are states that Trump won in 2016 all by himself. So there is an argument to be made that he doesn't need somebody to shore up that because his constituency really naturally resonates with those folks. But then he lost them in 2020. And so that's really what this election is going to turn on. The flip side, when I say it's a double-edged sword, is that J.D. Vance is a senator from Ohio, just into his first term over there. And the Senate is right now in a 50-50 tie and effectively a Democrat majority with the tiebreaker vote from the vice president. So many people are concerned that if he were to run, he would have to abdicate his Senate seat. And winning the Senate is almost as important as winning the White House for Republicans, if not more. And so that's going to be part of the calculus as well, I'm sure, that the Trump team is considering.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden was caught in a daze, or he seemed to be in a daze, at an LA fundraiser. And it seemed that former President Barack Obama stepped in to save him. Let's have a look. I mean, he was just standing there, not moving. There's so many moments like this, it's kind of hard for voters to ignore, isn't it?
Undeniably impossible to ignore. I would say you have just what happened at the G7 summit last week, where Giorgia Meloni had to sort of, bring him back to attention. And you keep seeing these, and we'll probably see only more of them, in the few short months ahead before November 5th. There's another point, too, in this, because there was a fundraiser that David Sachs, a famous venture capitalist in Silicon Valley, held for Trump just a few days before this one. And I think he put out a tweet that said, at a Trump fundraiser, Trump is the draw card. And at a Biden fundraiser, everybody else is the draw card, because they had Obama there and they had Julia Roberts and George Clooney and Jimmy Kimmel. And I think that's really the perfect encapsulation of, I think, the two campaigns writ large, where you really see that one, the draw, whether you love him or hate him, is the candidate himself in Trump. And over here, just moments like these show that it really feels like he's sort of propped up by the apparatus, and that's really what this is all about.
Indeed. All right, Kosha Gada, that's all we've got time for. I'll see you tomorrow at 8.